It is 4 mobility exercises and or stretches. Then we wrap it up with a strengthener. This week we are going to start off with the triangle. So what we want to do is get into a position where one foot is pointing forward, maybe slightly in, and then one foot is pointing this way. So it's almost like you're making an L with your feet, and arms come out to the side, and then you're going to feel like you're reaching forward, and then you're going to drop your hand down to the floor and bring the other hand up to the sky. So here, lean forward a little bit, drop down, and that is the triangle. If you can't reach the floor, that's totally cool. Come here, this way, and then maybe go to here. If you can't do that, maybe come to here. Just find what works best for you. If you can make it to the floor, that's awesome too. 10 reps each side, really good for hamstring, inner thigh. Also, we work on that side bending. It's really good, just big bang for your buck movement, one of my favorites. So here we go. Arms out to the side, reach out and down. Good, 1. Good, 2. Good, 3. 4. 5. Good, 6. 7. Good, 8. 9. And 10. So let's switch sides. So again, this foot pointing forward or slightly in. This one's pointing that way. Arms out, and let's go. Ooh, this side's feeling tighter. Good, 1. Good, 2. 3. Good, 4. Good, 5. Good, 6. 7. Good, 8. 9. And 10. 10 reps, triangle. Now we're going to go into a lizard pose, which we will go to the floor. Good hip flexor quad stretch. So one leg's going to be on the floor, knee on the ground, other leg out in front, and then place your hands right down on the floor just like this, getting a good stretch on your hip flexor. If you're super flexible, you can come down on your forearms. I actually like to come up on my hands, just my preference. So again, find what works best for you at home. We're gonna do 90, you know what? 1 second, need my timer. Got my timer, so 1 minute. So let's get into position and let's do it. 1 minute, let's hold this position. You can hold this position, you can like rock back and forth, readjust your hands if you need to, find what's comfortable, and then concentrating on that front hip quad. It's a good spot to just look at your phone. We're gonna hold for about 1 minute. If you squeeze your butt, squeeze your glutes, you might feel a bigger stretch on the front of the hip, which can be good. Make sure you're breathing. Two, 1. All right, let's switch sides. Okay, and 1 minute. Really good stretch to open up that front side. halfway done. Good, 15 seconds, almost there. 10, 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. 1 minute each side, lizard. And now we're going to go into a seated cat-cow. So go and sit on your butt, cross your legs, arm out in front. And then we're going to tuck our chin round our back. And then we're going to look up, drive your chest forward, so really push the chest out, and then squeeze your shoulder blades and lean back just a little bit. So it'll look like this. Just like that, getting some movement in the spine, always very important. So let's do 10 reps, just like that. And again, really feel like you're rounding out and sticking that chest out so we get that good movement in the spine. Okay. Good, 1. Good, 2. Good, 3. You can kind of do whatever you want with your arms. Good, 4, so you can keep them out like this. You can bring them in. 5. Good, 6. 7. Good, 8. 9. And 10. 10 reps, cat-cow. Mobilizing the spine. You get a little bit of hip action there, but your shoulder blades are moving too. So this is really good for anyone who has tight back, maybe some knots in the back. Awesome. So now let's go into our last movement. And we're going to do a downward dog into a cobra. We're going to just do 5 reps. And let me make sure this doesn't slide too much on me. Cool. So get into almost a push-up position. Drive the hips up. And then as you come down, drop the hips down to the floor. You can lift up your feet and bring them down, and then look up just like this. So up, and then just like this. Working the shoulders, working the back side of the body, getting a good stretch on the calves, the hamstring, the glutes. And then when we go into the cobra, getting that whole front side of the body stretch. So hitting both sides in a 1 move, little combo move for you. Just 5 reps, so let's control the movement and maybe hold for a couple seconds in each position, and we'll just do 5 reps. Modifications, if you cannot do the downward dog or this just doesn't feel comfortable, you can come down here, you can do a little child's pose, and then come up and keep the knees on the ground. That's always a great option. All right, but here we go. Good, 1. Good, 2. Good, 3. 4. And 5. One of my favorites, a lot of them are my favorites. Good for the shoulders, good for the backside, then good stretch. I get a good stretch in my belly. I don't know about you, but right in the abs feels really good. So that's it for this week's mobility exercises and stretches. But always, we got to finish it up with a strengthener. And this week we're going to do a dead bug. And always a good fundamental core exercise. And we're going to do a little variation here. So come down. And the key again to dead bugs is making sure your low back stays flat on the ground. If that low back kind of relaxes and lifts up and you get a little arch in your low back, don't get as an effective strength, or it's just not as effective. So head down, tuck the chin, shoulders pulled back, arms up, and then make sure the low back stays flat, okay? Low back flat, and then we're going to drop one leg down, just like this. What we're going to do this time, usually I do this, opposite arm, opposite leg. Let's take this arm, cross it over to the other side, so it's left arm, right knee, and push into the knee, just like this, and then drop down. That's probably going to help you keep your low back a little bit flatter because it's trying to get you in a good flex position. So let's try that. 10 reps each side. So tuck the chin, push your knee and hand together, and drop down. Good. 1. 10 reps. Good. 2. Keep pushing. 3. Good. 4. Breathe. 5. Good. 6. 7. Good. 8. 9. And 10. Whew. Switch it up. It's a good one. And here we go. Get 1. Get 2. 3. 4. Get 5. Get 6. 7. Get 8. 9. And 10. Woo! Those are good. Feel the burn. And that's it for this week's weekly routine.